says. Okay, gotta put this on the camera stand. And we are off. Okay, so the computer's back behind me, so I'm gonna have a hard time reading comments. I think I'm gonna worry about getting this out. Let me refresh this. Let's see, what do we got going on? Anybody on with me? Hello? I'll wait for you guys to come on. I'm gonna wait a few minutes for you guys to come on. We are gonna take the clay out of the mold. Fire counselor, hello. Takeoff vision, yo. So, I'm getting ready to take the clay out of the mold that I did today of the new revised Night Creeper. The Night Creeper eye cut was wrong. If you watched the last video, I showed how the eye cut was not right, and it wasn't until after I cut the eye out on the latex mask that I realized that the eye cut was just didn't look good. So all right, horror counselors, I will. Here's the problem. The screen, what you're looking at, what you see right now, is facing away from my computer, so I can't reply to any messages while I'm pulling this out. But this shouldn't take too long because it's a very thin casted clay, so I should be able to pull this out pretty fast. And then I'm going to come back and read all your messages. So definitely keep posting away, keep clicking away, you know, text your messages, and then when I get done pulling that clay out of there, I'm going to stick the fan on it, and I got to let that dry out, that mold, for about 2 days before I can put latex in it. As soon as I can put latex in it, then I'm going to foam fill that latex master, and then I'm going to make another mold of that so I can shrink it down to a small mask. And then I'll have a master copy in a smaller version. I'll have the mold, and I'm going to get rid of the other mold and the other master copy, because if you cut the eye holes out, it just doesn't work. And I don't like to keep molds all over the place. No, I'm not going to keep saving molds. That's not what I want to do. So, with that being said, let's get busy. Like I said, I can't read the comments. You're going to have to wait until I get done doing this work on here. And what did I do? Oh, gotta have my little rubber mallet. Gotta have my little rubber mallet, and I'll tell you why. Hello, everybody. Let me get situated here. Closer. I have my cripple chair. All right. The plaster went up underneath of the neckline just a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're just going to and I don't want it to go up inside of this, so you know what I'm doing? I got a trash can right there. Pretty solid. All I need is really a starting point. I think I found it right here. Yep, I'll be able to pull that out right there. But before I do that, oh man, this is a heavy mold. Very heavy mold. I'm trying to get all the plaster out of the center because I want to reuse this clay. And I don't want a lot of plaster in it. So what I do is I warm this up, the clay, and I don't melt it. I don't want to turn it to liquid. Nope. I want to make it soft so it pulls out real easy. And yes, there's our infamous FB78, Pipe Master styled. And I think he's on by now. Hopefully he is. I don't need this now. All right, let's see what we can pull out. I know what I need. Need something to lighten up the... Just need to grab a hold of it, that's it. Gotta watch I don't hit that clay wall though, or plaster wall. I don't want to hit that plaster wall. See, I always thicken the neck area. What I do is I slush cast the clay into the silicone mold, all right? And then what happens is hold on, let me think here, hold on. Just gotta get this in there. Once I get to the clay, once I get to the stone wall, I'll be able to pull this right apart. So, like I said, I thicken these walls really good. There we go. Pull away, baby. Like a little bucket of clay over there. Just getting it started is the pain in the ass. Once you get it started, there we go. Look at that. Oops, I missed. Looky there. Plaster. We don't want the plaster in the clay because I need the clay. I don't want to lose the clay. It shouldn't take too long. Now see, that's the reinforced wall that I create to thicken the neckline so it supports the weight when you and all I do is I soften some clay and then I kind of just plaster it up against it. No This is monster, this is hard clay. I don't use soft clay or even medium clay. I use hard clay. Warm it up. It's easier to pull from up top, bringing it down. I went extra thicker on the face. It's got too much plaster in it. Come on, really? Give me a hard time. I just need one little spot to peel up. Going down inside the mask. That's what I don't want the plaster to go down inside of it. And it did, so I... Damn it. Now this is pretty thin here. Once I find a spot, it will be gold, but I gotta get that spot. Now the reason I do this a seamless mold. That's why I do it. There's the surface. I can feel the surface. There we go. That's what I needed right there. That's what I needed. Oh, nice and thin. Yeah, that's coming right out of there. Oh, yeah. Here, now let me show you what's going on. You see that inside of there? I'll go to the messages after I get done doing this. This isn't going to take that long, probably 5 more minutes and it'll be done. As you can see, pulling right out. The part I'm pulling on right now is the back of the head. The face is right here, and that's thicker. I always make that extra thick. Almost out of there, guys. Yeah, I figured it out. By doing thinner cast, it still supports itself really good. You just have to face is thicker. That's why I'm struggling with the face right now. But all of a sudden it's going to go, it's going to pop, and then it's going to come right out. The whole thing will come out. It'll release. Just got to get to that whatever spot it is that it needs to release. When I get to it, I'll know. And usually pulling it down from the top of the head, like I'm doing right now, that's going to pop it. Pull that chin out though. Right now I'm working right up underneath the chin and I'm pulling it out into the center of the mask, into the hollow spot. Oh yeah, making progress there. Got to get some of this material out for me to be able to, yeah, see how thin that casting was? You know, but it's such a hard clay, it supported itself. As long as you have that neck supported, you can do this process with no problem. Yeah, I'm going to have to clean that stuff up. Yeah, see, I'm cutting myself a little bit on this edge of this stone, but I'll live. First time I've ever been cut. Jesus, that's really... It's a very thick mold too. It's very heavy. I keep cutting myself on here. There we go. It's going to break free any minute. The chin is what's doing it. Really took my time with this mold today. Good, that's the piece that was cutting me. Alright, so I'm going to have to cut this a little bit in chunks because it's not going to fit out of the hole if I don't. I got to be extra careful that I don't hit the walls. There we go. Just trying to make sure there's no stone attached to it. There we go. That's what I was looking for. There it is. A beat up Michael Myers. A beat up so this stuff's so thin. All out of there. Now we got a one-piece mold that I'll still have to clean up because I can still see some clay stuck to it inside. It's all coming free real nice. Fix up my wounds. Now what I'll do is I'll wash this out with soap and water. Yeah, there's no defects in this at all. It's a perfect mold. I really took my time with it today and made sure that I didn't have any air bubbles. That is the number one thing that will destroy a mask, is the air bubbles. Alright, so what I need is some hot water, just plain hot water. I gotta get that clay off any kind of clay that's stuck to that wall, because that becomes a sealer, and that'll keep the stone from absorbing moisture. Anything that seals the face of this will become a I'm just checking the thickness. This is pretty thin right here. This is a little worrisome right here. I might have to thicken this wall up with some stone. Everywhere else is really nice. See, that's about that thick on the walls. Right here, about that thick. So that's got to be a little thicker right there. So I can do that. That's not a problem. It's on the outside, so I can do that. I can do that tomorrow. Anything that's inside of here now, I throw in the trash. But this is going to be the large. This will make the large latex mask. This will be the new master. Now that I've got the eyes cut in the right size, this will be the new master. Oh yeah. There you go. You guys can see up inside of that. See, you can still see a little bit of clay and stuff, kind of like a little bit on the walls and stuff. I got to clean up. This is just my blood right here. Kept cutting myself on the walls. I think I cut underneath a little bit too. But I live. Yeah, this is going to make a really nice mask. And that top's really nice and thick. It's a well-made mold. A little thicker here. That's where I got to thicken this up. Slightest little bang on that, and that'll break this mold right. Got to make sure that's thicker. The front's nice and thick. There's no holes in it. And the only thing I have to do now is stick the fan on it. I'm going to stick the mold right over here, and I'm going to stick the fan on it and blow inside of this and get it nice and dry. And then tomorrow I'm going to, not soap and water, I don't think I'm going to use soap and water. I think I'm just going to use plain water, hot water, and clean out this clay real good. The inside of this mold right now is still damp. The one thing about UltraCal, which is really nice, is you can always add clay. You can always add plaster to it to thicken it up. So that's what I'll end up doing. This being this thin here, it's probably about that thick. It's borderline, right on the verge of like you can't go any thinner than what it is right here. But if I thicken that up, it'll be a nice strong mold that'll absorb a lot of moisture. and it'll last me probably 30, 40 pulls. I'll be able to get a lot of pulls out of this master copy. But I don't foresee 30 or 40 people with a large head that'll need this mask. I think all my masks are going to be sold as the small mask because I think that's the small mask is more the normal size for everybody. Okay, let me go read your comments. I got to get this fan on first. Hold on, let me get the fan on this thing. All right, so we don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. I put my tools away as I work because I got too much shit in here. It'll cause total chaos. You know what, I'm going to leave the fan right there and then blow it directly into the hole. Hey, it's right in the hole. That's what we want. Get that air blowing right into that mold. Now I'm going to bring the chair over to the computer. Sit and talk some shit. You guys like this shirt? What do you think of this shirt, man? Shirt's cool. I got a lot of cool shirts like this. A lot of Halloween themed stuff. What the hell? Who says Vaseline ain't slippery? I got some slippery Vaseline here. And no, don't get perverted. That's not what I use it for. I use it to put it on the top here so the plaster doesn't stick to the surface of this top here. You always have to vase up your surfaces because plaster will stick to it like static cling. And what a mess. I gotta go buy more because I'm already, with just these few masks that I've been doing, these few molds, I've blown through a whole jar of Vaseline. All right. Now we're going to read some comments, and maybe I'll give you guys, instead of looking at me, we'll look at this guy. I'll have to bring this over here for you. What the hell? So I got my little turbo fan blowing right into the hole. There we go. There. Now you're looking at the Custom Corpses FB78. All right. I got to scroll all the way up to the top, guys. So bear with me. Don't go crazy on the. Oh, that's all right. We're not that. Okay. Hello, horror counselors. Takeoff Vision, yo. The horror counselors. Check our messages when you have a second. I sent an idea. Okay. I will, but when I'm doing the live, I'm using my phone, so I really can't use. I can't look at the phone Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I can. I can look it up here on my Facebook. I'll look it up here. Joe Thorburn, I'm doing good, man. I had to re-sculpt, I wouldn't say re-sculpt, but I had to retool my Night Creeper because the Night Creeper, if you're wearing it, it's the left eye. The right eye, if you're looking at it, was too long. And when I cut it out, it really looked like crap. So I retooled the master clay. I clayed it in the master mold of the silicone, and then I retooled that clay pull, and then today I molded it. And now I'm drying that mold so I can pour some latex into it, and then I'm going to make another foam-filled head to make that mask really good, so I can make the small mask. It's a two-step process. You have to make a mold of the master copy because it's large, and the reason why I'm doing the large is because my brother has a huge head. So, believe it or not, the flashback large mask fits my brother perfect. The flashback small mask, he can't even. His face is being squeezed inside of it. All right. Takeoff version, Joe, yo man. Okay, takeoff version, what happened? Are you not supporting the FP78? Pipe Master. Oh, he's talking to Takeoff Vision. Takeoff Vision, you got somebody jumping down your throat, brother. Asylum Beyond the Dead. What's up, people? What's happening, Asylum? Master, you. Horror counselor, molding is such a daunting task for me. Well, that's one of the reasons why I turned away from doing two-part molds. And the way I'm doing this is, I don't know if anybody's doing it the way I'm doing it, but I find it 10,000 times better and 10 times easier, because when you do a one-piece mold, you don't have any seams in your mask. Two, you never have to worry about the two-sided mold leaking your valuable latex out of the mold. That's happened a couple times where the mold didn't seal real good, and the latex was dripping out of the mold. And I'm like, Jesus, you can't dwell cast like that. So that was really that sucked. Okay, molding is such a daunting hard thing, always causes mess. Yeah, well, that's why I do my mold making outside now. I don't do the mold making inside of here. No way. I did that early spring. I actually did it right, the last time. I'll never do it in here again. It's too much dust. So do it outside. I don't care how cold it is. Fuck it. I'm going outside and I'm going to do it. I can't do it in the house. There's no way. It's too messy. Our counselor, I sent 2 for now, and you can tell me if you'd like to be different. Yes. My man, Horror Counselor, is actually the guy, Pipe Master, that is helping me with the logos. I sent you a couple, I sent Pipe Master a couple of the pictures of what you did, and Pipe Master's a really close friend, and he's been with me for a long time. So I always send Pipe Master all my info, stuff that I get, because he's really on top of things, along with my man Angelo, who's here, but I know he's streaming right now, so he's busy. But Horror Counselor, that's the guy that's actually doing the different cool effects on the pictures and stuff. Really appreciate that, really do. And like I said, Horror Counselor, because of what you're doing and you're helping me out, I'm verbally telling you live here, so it can't be denied, that you will be getting a mask. Thank you, sir, for your work. You know, it's beautiful stuff. I can't wait to use it. And I can't wait to see what you sent me. As a matter of fact, let me go to my Facebook real quick. I'll open up another page. Oh, I don't want to go there. No, we don't want to see that stuff. Woo! That's a big no-no. Thank God it wasn't on camera. Yeah, wrong one. Facebook, that's where I want to go. What is that? Oh. You know what? The only thing with the don't use my real name, put a DJ Styles with 2 Y's. And the logo is a little bit out of level. It's not quite level. I love it. It's simple. It's to the point. It looks awesome. And no effects on the mask. That's what I want. I don't want any effects on it. I have to put Velcro on this mask because that neck is flared out just a little bit too far for my liking. So I might have to take new pictures of this. Horror Counselor, I'm gonna have to take new pictures because I'm gonna put Velcro on this mask. I also have to put the blood in the hole. I never did that. I didn't do the blood on it. I didn't do the blood on the back of the neck or the back of the logo. I didn't do any of that. So I have to do that, and then I will send you new pics of this mask. We don't want to use the pics that I gave you. I have to do this right. Yeah, DJ Styles. Doing a fancy cursive lettering or whatever. Find something cool, creepy. Find some horror blood dripping. There you go, some blood dripping letters. As a matter of fact, I have. Well, you know what? I'm sure you do too, especially if you're doing all like graphics. But look for blood dripping effects on the lettering. That I really like blood dripping on the lettering. I'm watching from my TV, but I'm doing the design on my phone. Oh, that's cool. Well, Horror Counselors, I've showed everybody my trick on how to do a full head mask. But you're going to need to make a silicone mold of whatever you're doing, and that's expensive. Let me just tell you, I can do 2 heads in silicone with the gallon unit, but it's like $500 and some dollars. So it's not sold. It's sold in a small kit or the gallon kit. And I get it from Smooth On, and it's called Rebound 25. That you can actually thicken that silicone. You don't want to do the first coat on your mask. Like you can do it right over clay. You can do it whatever you sculpt it out of. You put that silicone right over top of it. You want to keep it as thin as it comes without adding any thickener to it on your first coat, and they call that the beauty coat. It captures all the detail. Then your next coat, you might want to put 2 coats of beauty coat where it's pretty runny, Then you get it to the point where it's tacky, where you can touch the silicone and it's not pulling up. And what I mean is you put it around the base of your mast, so where it dripped down onto the surface. And you touch that, you don't touch the face of the mast, never. And because if it pulls away from that surface of the mask or the sculpture, you'll ruin your silicone mold. So you always test it on the countertop, or take a little drip of it and just put it on the side, and you test that. And when you can touch it and it's sticky but yet not pulling up on you, then it's ready for the next coat. And it only takes about 30 minutes between coats. So you want to make a silicone master copy, and then you make a hard shell over top of that silicone master copy. Then you can pour up clay copies in that silicone. You know, you just pour a bunch of clay in there. You know, I use monster clay. You have to use a wax-based clay if you're going to do this process this way. Then you got a clay head. Then you stone coat that clay head that's hollow, just like I did. That was a clay head that was inside that mold that we just tore out of there. All right. Then I made a master copy, and there's no seam, no nothing. No, I don't have to worry about that mold leaking or anything. So, and I've got a couple videos on how I did everything on the mold process with the silicone and doing the mold, the hard shell, the whole 9 yards. So that's one way to do it, but I don't use anything but monster clay. I do not use wet clay because it's a water-based clay and it's very messy. I don't. I'm going to let you guys bark that one out. My feelings are hurt a little bit there, Takeoff Vision, because I didn't want. I mean, I don't need money. That's not the issue here. It had nothing to do with me sending you back that money. It had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with the fact that I'm giving you a mask, and you right away were like, seemed like, well, I'm going to wait for the retool, because the retool, I got news for you, the retool is going to be my rendition of what I think is right. Now, I'm going off the sculpture. I'm not going off of that mask, because that one mask is actually the one that's, what the hell's the name of that mask? It's the stunt mask. The stunt mask is not correct. The actual hero mask is the one that has if you're wearing the mask, the left peak, the upper eyelid, the left peak is a little higher than the right peak on the upper lip. So I'm sticking with, I don't have a lot to do to this. Me and Pipe Master have been talking about this for days, and I want to retool this, and I don't know that I'm going to wait a year. I really want to get this done right, and I'm going to start working on it right away. I definitely want to start working on it right away. I need this face. I need it to be perfect. And when I get this next version done, this next version is going to be the end-all flashback masks for me. I'm going to definitely retool it perfectly. I don't have a lot to do to it. There's just a little bit that has to be changed. And I'm not going to get into those details. I know what they are, and I know I'm going to do them. I'm going to make it right. And when I get it right, you guys are going to be blown away by this. as much as you have to understand, there's a lot of people that are very dedicated to being here and doing this and watching me go through this process. And I'm going to sell this mask the way it is. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful mask. Actually, the guy that bought the very first mask, and I signed it, and it's #1. He was the first buyer of the mask, and I'm hoping that he comes on here tonight. Well, it is what it is. I'm reading your comments here, Take All Vision, and the retool is going to take, it's not going to take that long. It's really not going to take that long. But we're waiting on something. We come across some new pictures that aren't on the video, on the internet, that will reveal definitely the details that I need for the flashback mask. And as soon as that happens, that's when I'm going to retool and fix the issues with this mask. But this mask is really nice in itself. This mask is really, really nice. It really does give you that look. It's just that it's got a couple things that bother me, and I want it right. I'm a perfectionist by heart, and that doesn't mean that you've got a bad mask here. It does not mean that at all. This mask is well worth its $450. Horror Counselor, he's back. Yeah, so this mask is still worth the money that's out there, because I can think of 4 or 5 masks out there on the market that don't look as good as this, and people are spending sick money on that. So, just a thought. But I will make this thing insane. And my Night Creeper has been retooled already, and there it is. The mold's drying right now. You hear the fan blowing on it. I'm going to check out your messages there, horror counselors. What we got going on here? Oh yeah. FP78, love it. Love it, love the blood, love the blood. That's what I'm after. But the logo, no blood on that. That has to be the way it is. Hey, I wonder, can you do a red outline over the black? And horror counselors, I'm talking to you. On the custom corpses, instead of having it in white, do it in red. Now, I don't know if that'll work. Well, let's see what it looks like. If you can do that, I don't know if you can. And leave the black. Leave it in black, but everything that's white, put it in red. Same with the FB78 and from the works of DJ Styles. Put everything in red and see what it looks like, because since we've got blood on there now, maybe red's the way to go. And try to go a deep red, like a dark red, not a bright red. Not a burgundy, but just a deep, like a blood red. You know, blood red's like, it's a darker red. See what it looks like. Just curious. You don't have to do the whole thing. Just, you know, whatever you're doing. That'd be pretty cool. Just try to put that in red and see what it looks like. With the black background. That would be sick. But I really love the blood, man. That's cool. Blood dripping. I wish I could show everybody. I could show everybody. You know what? You want me to turn the camera around and show everybody? It's up to you. Horror counselor, it's up to you. Should I show everybody what you're sending me? This is why I'm giving him a mask. I want to show everybody why. Horror counselor, do you mind if I show everybody what you're sending me? Okay, let's do that. Let's do it. Yeah, I ordered new latex today. I actually got it today. I ordered it 2 days ago, and my reason for this was to get these masks sent out to everybody, because I really want to give everybody the mask. But now I'm going to retool it, so I'm kind of giving you the option. You want to wait for the retool. That's going to be a while. Me and Pipe Master are close friends. Pipe Master will never have to purchase a mask from me ever. And he will always get the newest version of my mask. So he is not worried about purchasing a mask from me. Why don't you talk? I don't. Well, I wasn't sure whether I was going to give the mask out right away. I wanted to sell at least one mask. That was the plan before I started making everybody's mask and sending it out to everybody. I needed to make one mask, sell one mask, because I want to replace the money that I've sent out, that I've put out already. But I was trying to hurry up and get the mask out there to everybody. But I didn't share it right away because I didn't know what I wanted to do yet. I wasn't sure. But Pipe Master, you put me on the spot, brother. But that's okay. It's not that big of a deal to me. I just, the wife is kind of like, yo, enough of this spending and no return. We got to get some money coming in here. So yes, this mask is going to be sold for a while before I have that new mask, before I retool this. No, I don't want to keep your money. I already sent it back to you. It's not about the money, Takeoff Vision. It's about, I guess, I don't know. It's not about it's not about that money. It's not. It's about, you have to understand, you're getting a free mask, and it's for the help and the stuff that you've pointed out. That's all good, but it's also because, you guys have been loyal on the channel. I don't want people fighting on here. That's something I don't want happening. Everybody is going to get their mask. No ifs, ands, or buts. I am a man of my word, and I stand by it. I do not back down from my word, no matter what. I've always been this way my entire life, and no matter how long it takes me to get something done, I get it done. And that's also the perfectionist part of my, that drives me nuts. Drives my wife nuts too. Yes, I do, Pipe Master. And the thing is, Pipe Master, if it hadn't been for Pipe Master, this mask would have never been made. I wasn't going to make this mask. I didn't want to do the flashback. He literally bent my ear constantly. Whoa, when are you going to do a flashback? When are you going to do a flashback? I'm like, I don't know if I want to do, because at the time I kept getting negative feedback, not personally to me, but I kept hearing about negative feedback that was being said about the flashback mask, where a lot of people were really talking shit on it. And I'm going, I don't understand that, because I really liked the mask. I never thought that the mask was bad. Never thought that. I loved it. But when I started hearing people bad-mouthing it, I'm going, why are they bad-mouthing something that's really dope? This mask is really nice. It's a really beautiful sculpture. I mean, I'm talking about the screen-used mask. The hero, not the stunt mask, the hero mask is absolutely stunning. Now, before I forget, and before I want to show what Horror Counselor has been doing for me, and why he's getting a new mask, guys. You got to see this. All right, so I think he's working on something I just asked him to do right now, but I'm going to turn this around and reveal possible future logo. Let me. What do you guys think of that? Now that's going to be on the cards. Trying not to hit the phone. I'm rolling up on this. That's going to be on the cards. But I want to take a better picture of the mask. Holy mackerel. Yeah, that's true. Pipe Master is absolutely 1,000% right. Whoa, what the hell? What are you guys seeing there? Wait a minute. What the hell is going on there? Oh, hold on. You're looking at my screen. You got to go back. There. What do you guys think of this? Also, I'm waiting for him to change the lettering all to like a deep red. Blood red. Depends on how dark. You don't want the red too dark, because it needs to look a little like blood, but at the same time it needs to be bright enough to be able to see the lettering pretty good, especially up against black. But this would be the card that I'm going to send out to you guys with the masks. It'll be the company. I'm going to have to put the contact information on there too, like, website, Facebook, Instagram. I am going to do TikTok. I hate the idea of doing TikTok, but I'm going to do TikTok for business reasons only. And I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, we're going to do all kinds of stuff. So let me see if he sent me any new messages. Hold on. What the heck is that? Facebook again. Yeah. You know what? You're going to have to go brighter with the red because it's the custom corpses looks okay, but the other stuff you can't see too well. Just go brighter red. Go brighter with it. And in the black background, I'm probably going to put, I don't know, there's something that needs to be in the black background. I think that needs to be, there needs to be a little bit more going on in the picture. I'm trying to think. Pipe Master, look at this picture. What can we put in the back of the mask? I don't know. Maybe a picture in the back of the mask of the original Michael Myers house. Maybe a still shot of the night shot of the house in the film, the 1978 film, when the trees were blowing around, and you get a still shot of the house back behind the mask. That'd be pretty cool. And then kind of fog it out, not blend it out so it goes into black. You have the shot behind it, and maybe the pumpkin right on the right side on the porch. I don't know. I'm just thinking outside the box. Or do we leave it the way it is? We just need the logo brighter red. Brighter red, it has to be red. It has to be bright. I'm just going to have to go with bright red because I don't think you're going to get the lettering. Like I can't see what it reads too well under custom corpses. I can see the FB78 only because it's so big. But the smaller print underneath is too dark. Just go with brighter red. That was an experiment. I do like it though. I do like the red. Alright, let's go back to, did you guys get the idea? This is going to be the card that we're making for the mask. What I want to take another picture. I'm going to put Velcro on the mask so that flare out on the neck isn't that bad. And I also want to put blood on the hole, in the hole of the mask, and also on the back of the neck. And I'm going to take complete all the way around the mask, and I'm going to send you all the pictures. Look at that. Isn't that weird? Look how it does that. Boom, 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 and now you're seeing 1,000. Wow, that's really weird. Silhouette of Michael Myers. That'd be pretty cool. And you do it like yeah, you know what? You got an idea there. Like you have the outline of Michael Myers, just the shape itself, and have it all in like white instead of the red. Have it in white, the outline of Michael Myers. Like him standing in his creepy stance or whatever. Like, oh, I got an idea. The scene in 78 where you see him up against the building and the white lights behind him on the house. You do kind of take that image of him standing there and do a white outline around that image of that, and zoom in to make it bigger. But that where he's standing there, and you see the shadow of him up against the house when Laurie was, when the kid was looking out the window and saying, "The boogeyman's out there," and he sees him standing there against the house. show that mag mask I sent you. Oh, wait a minute. How can I do? I don't think I downloaded it from my phone. I can't. I don't have it on the computer yet. Pipe Master. I didn't put it on. I didn't take it off my phone yet. I gotta unload all the pictures that are on my phone because I have no room for videos. And I mean, just recent pictures of all the pictures I've been taking. Oh man. What's up, London? What do you say, buddy? I just took the clay out of the mold. You might have to watch this from the very beginning. Let me turn this camera around now, guys. And I'll let you do that silhouette, and then let me know when you're done, and I'll show everybody again. But we'll put the camera back onto the mask. The mask. The beautiful mask. Oh yeah, man. I love me some Michael Myers. The reason why, whenever I'm walking, this floor kind of moves around a little bit because I didn't fasten it completely down to the floor, and it's like this. What do they call it? It's white AZAC. It's like 1/8 inch thick. It's the AZAC stuff, that white stuff, the stuff that's on the counter over here. Yeah, the mask is version 1. It's not an incorrect mask. It's the version 1. There's going to be a retool to it, and it stands on its own. It's actually a very nice mask, and I wish the guy that bought the mask would jump on, because he sent me a text. Pipe Master, can you text? Because I sent you the picture of what he said. Can you redo that in this message, exactly what he said when he got the mask today? He got the mask today, and man, he right away texted me right away. Can you just text it out what he did? I don't know how to do all that stuff on here. And I can't look at my phone now because I'm streaming on it. So the guy is extremely happy with the mask. He's very happy with the mask. And he got the large mask, and I thought, man, that was my biggest concern because that mask is really big. I could literally, if I put that mask on, I could turn my head inside the mask and the mask stays, it doesn't move. I was like, damn, my head's bouncing around like a BB in a boxcar inside that mask. So I was like, oh man, I was worried about him, because he was saying, oh, I need a large mask. I gotta have the large mask. I gotta have the large mask. Are you sure? He must have been okay, because he I'll have to, Pipe Master, I'll have to, as soon as I get off the stream here, I'll save all those pictures to my hard drive here. This way I can show everybody on the next stream that nag mask picture. And Nag has really, really got it close. He does. I think the eyebrows, but it might be just me. this picture, when I show you guys tomorrow, my opinion is I think the eyebrows are just a touch too high. But then, I don't know, you know, it's hard to, I just wish, the biggest problem, it has nothing to do with what anybody else is doing. The photographs that are available on that flashback mask, they purposely, like the mold, like the sculpture, those sculpture pictures, they were way too close with the camera, and it caused major distortion. So if you sculpt off of that, you're going to have one inaccurate mask for sure. So I don't want to use those pictures other than getting the eye cut perfectly shaped right. But that doesn't mean I'm following the shape of that head or shape, because that is so distorted, it's disgusting. But it was done on purpose, because they do not want you to see pictures of this hero mask or sculpture so you can replicate it. He is making it so hard. And believe me, Christopher Nelson knows his shit. He knows that it's going to be really hard to replicate his mask with the pictures that are available. And believe me, as a sculptor, my hands are getting dirty doing this, and my hard work goes into it. I'm telling you that the flashback mask is so hard to do because of the fact that you do not have good enough pictures. I've seen some pictures, like the pictures when it's on the desk. Pipe Master was good enough to let me know that that was actually screenshots from a computer monitor. So that automatically distorts the picture. You don't know how big it is. What's up, Asylum? What's happening, buddy? Where's Asylum at? I saw Asylum. There he is. Yes, it is badass. It's awesome. I can't wait to get people to get the. I wish, Pipe Master, can you send? You can't send it, but can you retype what that guy typed? Oh, Asylum. You know what? That's going to help me a lot, Asylum. Because I don't know what it is, Takeoff Vision and Asylum, I keep, if they're commenting right next to each other, your old logo kind of, I don't know, it just kind of blended right in with the same, I mean, it's not the same, but it for some reason, the black and white image kept throwing me off. I kept getting you two confused. Don't know why. Don't know why, man. It's just one of those things that the old man can't. Takeoff Vision. Hold on, let me see. Nobody sees the message. Where the hell is your message at? Oh, there you are. Now, there was no misunderstanding, Felix. I hate to say it, I don't want to say your name, but anyway, it's too late. Felix. There's no misunderstanding. I was going to surprise you guys and say, hey, you know what? Guess what I'm doing, guys? I'm doing your masks. And it kind of got blown blown away today with that whole thing. So um, I didn't care about the money. The money doesn't matter. All right. My thing was I was more. I think I was. I'm annoyed because I felt like I want to retool this thing really fast, but I know that I need to sell some masks first. So I think I'm a little annoyed with that more than anything else. And the thing I had. Well, the reason why Pipe Master knew about the latex is because he was here when I was ordering it. You know, we had a discussion, and I just said, you know what, I'm ordering this latex. I turned around, did it on the computer, ordered it right after the stream the night that he was here to actually no. What I did was I went on there, you know, looked at the pricing, did everything I did, and I think it was the next day that I ordered it. But anyway, either way, Pipe Master was here, what, 2 weeks ago? And I was talking about it with him, about getting the latex. Now, if that was 2 weeks ago, I waited a couple days, and I definitely waited a few days before I ordered the latex. But either way, anyway, what it came down to is he knew about it because I was talking about it with him after we got done with that stream. And I'm like, you know, maybe I think I'll just surprise everybody because I felt bad that he got the mask and nobody else got theirs. And I'm kind of like, well, let me just bite the bullet and get the latex and get this thing done. Get these people satisfied, they got their mask. And I want everybody to have the mask for Halloween. So I am going to make the mask. I'm going to get them done for everybody. And yes. Now, Felix, you can still wait. If you want to wait till next, you know, whenever I get this retool done, and then I'll send you that mask. But once I send the free mask out, it doesn't mean I'm going to give free mask. That's it, one free mask. Even the flash, even the what do you call it? Nobody's going to get the Night Creeper without buying it. You guys all have to buy that mask. You don't get that Night Creeper without purchase. And the Night Creeper is going to be same price. Same price. It's $4.50 plus tax. The tax on $4.50 is $27. And I'm just not. I'm not a rich man. I'm not a poor man, but I'm not a rich man, and I just can't go out and start spending all this money on all this product. And I've done nothing but spend money for 3 years doing this stuff. I have not made any money yet. And actually, the first mask was sold, the very first one, for a good price. I bought it for $4.50, and plus tax. And I paid for shipping because he lives within the states. So, and yeah, it's time to start making a little bit of money back. So I'm going to sell some of these masks. I'm going to work on that sculpture and that retool on that mask. And not for anything, just because I'm a perfectionist, but I'm waiting on these pictures to come to do this retool, because without those, I don't want to retool without real accuracy. This next version is going to be so spot on, dead accurate to the hero, not the what do you call it? Not the stunt mask. It's going to be the hero mask today. Oh, hell no, because retooling's going to take a while. That's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a little while to retool this thing. I don't know how long. I can't even tell you. I just got to, I want to keep working at it until I get it just perfect. And there's just a few things that I have to do to it that, and I'm not going to explain that because I don't, here's what I don't want happening again. I do want your input, but this is a sticky situation because although it, it got me where I'm at, so I'm like, I don't know if I want to do the lives with that. The thing is, I don't want to change the whole sculpture too much. I don't want to change the whole sculpture. It's not going to be a big difference. The lips are going to be different. The eye cuts are going to be a little smaller. The head's going to be a little bit more narrow from the sides. The back stays the same depth, same everything in the back of the head, but I'm gonna make the sides come in just a little bit more. The ears, from the ears, I'm gonna bring that in just a little bit more, make it a little bit more narrow. The head itself, but everything else is staying identical. The eye cuts are going to be the exact same, shape of the eye cuts, only the eye cuts are going to be a little smaller. So there, that's pretty much what I'm doing. Our counselor, okay, we're going to check the messages. All right. Yes, much better. That's the one. Holy shit, that's awesome. I love it. Damn, I only wish you could see Michael Myers in that photo. Can you move the background over so you can see him standing up against that house in a still shot, if it's available? I don't even know if the image is available. Even if you don't see the porch on the right hand side, just make the house, slide it over to the left. Well, I'm looking at the picture. Let me do this. Hold on. I'm going to turn the camera around again, guys. Show you what he did with the logo. Come on, man. There we go. I'm just trying to eliminate the toolbar up top so you can see the image. He brightened up the red. We put the image of the house behind, and that's the scene. It looks like the scene where Michael Myers was standing by the window of this house, right behind, right about right here. Michael Myers is standing. If you can just slide that house over so you can see Michael Myers right about here. That would be cool. I don't know. You tell me. I don't know because if you slide it over too much. I just don't know where he's standing. If I knew where he stood. Or even try putting the actual Myers house, the front porch, that scene, night scene. You know, if we can't get the Myers image looking at us from the porch, that'd be pretty cool. If you can get him, somewhat in focus too. You got to be able to see him. Actually, I don't think you need him in focus. I think I like that blurred vision in the background anyway. Be creative. I'm giving you full. All right, so let me see what you guys think of this. What do you guys think of this image for the card? Now this is going to be a card, and my bio's got to be on there. All my my contact info. I have to send him all that. The links and everything. I'm also going to have one of those square things that you can put your phone on it and it takes you right to the website, Facebook, all that stuff. I think I want to do that too. So all this stuff's got to be in this somewhere. Like, maybe we'll put it over here, over here, over here, and over here. We'll utilize these dead zones in the corners of this logo. And it'll be the card. Now the card has to be 3 by 6. That's what I'm thinking. The card should be 3 by 6. And this won't be vertical. I want it to be horizontal, the picture on the card. This way we have more room. It'll be like movie theater. This will be in the center of the card. And say the screen of the monitor is the full length of the card. This way we can put all the other stuff. The bio can go over here on the card. The contact information can go over here. Whatever you want to do, you can move it around. But that's how I want to do it. Yeah, I don't want the card to be vertical. The 3 by 6, it has to be horizontal. All right, so. Oh, check messages. You're the man, Pipe Master. I know it. You know it. I'll take good care of it too until we get through this. Because I've never seen it, and I don't want you to tell them what it is, because it's just not to say we did. But if I seen it right physically, like I did with the other masks, I could replicate it to a T. I know I can, but I don't want to replicate it to a T because you know why. So I want to keep my original feel of what I've done, Pipe Master, and just tool the areas that need to be fixed. And I think by shrinking the eye cuts a little bit on my mask will also give those eyebrows a natural lift without moving them at all, because I've lowered the eye cut a little bit. You get what I'm saying? So it's going to give me a little bit of a lift. I'm not going to replicate it. Yes, let's keep it a secret. And it's great to know people. Let's just say that. It is great to know people. What we got our hands on, what Pipe Master got his hands on, is unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know, Pipe Master, and I was telling you guys, you know, it was Takeoff Vision. You sent me that picture of that guy. What the hell is his name? Sean something? Well, anyway, yeah, it was definitely his mask that he made. That first picture that you sent me had me reeling, because damn, it did look like my sculpture until I looked at it carefully, and I could see the seam line going up the neck and over the ear and then over the top of the head. I could see that seam line, and I thought, oh no, that's a latex pull. That's definitely not my mask. And I also noticed that his eye ducts, you know, that where pinches between the nose, mine are deeper. His are not nearly as deep, but it's a really nice mask. I will say that. Pipe Master, I sent you those pictures. I don't know if you ever went to his Facebook to look at him, but I was wondering what you thought of that mask. I never did ask you. You can comment on here. I don't give a shit. There's a couple things I didn't like about it. It didn't have a very smooth texture to it either. That was another thing. It was very lumpy. Now, the weird thing is that that original picture looked really smooth. But when I saw the picture when I saw the mask painted up, it didn't look too good. So you tell me, Pipe Master, what did you think? Even the paint job wasn't that great. So that's just my thoughts on that mask that Takeoff Vision sent me. You know, it was like in the middle of the night, all of a sudden I got a text. Yo, is this your mask? And I'm going, wait, I'm half awake. Let me look at this thing. Because I'm thinking, did somebody already copy my work? How would they even do that? That's impossible. No, it couldn't be my mask. That's the first thing I thought. And then I thought, let me look at this. Let me research his name. And I looked into it. Man, I didn't shave the side of my face over here. Anyway, I looked into it further and realized that the guy was real. He had his own mask, and he did a great job of it. I thought it was a nice mask. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice mask, but it's not. I don't know. I like mine better. I do. That's just my thought. What are your thoughts? Damn, man, how the hell did I miss half my face? In the shower, I always shave in the shower, guys. And I didn't shave the left side of my face real good. But damn, I can feel stubble over there. What the hell's going on? I missed the whole damn. I'm gonna have to reshave that side of my face. Okay, are you guys dizzy enough looking at this stupid screen? Josh sent, hold on, let me look. He just sent another message. Nope, okay. I don't know why I can't close that picture. That's so weird. What the hell? Oh, I like that. That's so out. You know what that is. That is the Michael Myers house. You guys can see that, right? Yes, you guys can see that. Behind them. I like that better. Just leave that there like it is. That's awesome. The Michael Myers house. I like it. I like it. That's the way to go. Only we want to do horizontal on a 3x5. That's the way it's got to be laid out. Yeah, the whole thing's got to be 3x5. So you'll get the whole house. You can get the whole front of the house in front of the mask. But we'll do it on a 3x5. Do the same layout, only on a 3x5. Get the whole house in there. And then I like it blurred like that too. And we're going to put all my contact information, my bio, all to the right and left side of the image and everything. Or over top of the image or whatever. But that's the way it's got to be. That would be really cool. That'd be a cool part of it. And make it so I can send this image directly to, what do I call that place? Vistaprint? Yeah, Vistaprint, and then they can make the cards up for me. Yeah, man. I love it. I love it. I like this image better. I like the house. I like the original house back there. All right, so now we know what we're doing. That's going to be the card, guys, that you get with the FB78. That'll be the card, and it'll give you all my contact information. Plus, you're also going to get a gift. It has to be put in production first. We have to wait. We have to wait for something to come in the mail. It has to be. It still has to be ordered. So I'm keeping track of everybody that buys a mask and everybody that got a free mask. You will be getting sent this object. I don't want to reveal that. That's just a little surprise. Just got to keep everybody's mailing address. This way, when I send it off to you, you're going to get this and you're going to go, oh, cool. Trust me, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Pipe Master, tell them. They're going to love it, right? They're going to love it. Now, I want that same kind of look. Only I want the mask crypt. We got to do something with the mask crypt, because that's going to be the name of the studio, the mask crypt. Pipe Master came up with that. So, Pipe Master, hats off, brother. We're going to turn this into the mask crypt. I'm stealing a little thunder from Nick Mulpagano's mask pit. He calls this place the mask pit. We're going to call this the mask crypt. So if he sees the video, he'll see that I gave him a little plug for his idea. But I like it. I like the mask crypt, definitely. We're here live at the mask crypt, guys. I just got to get used to saying it. Always. Instead of custom corpses, because I automatically said custom corpses. We're live here at the mask crypt, hanging out with custom corpses DJ Styles. Jesus Christ, I think I wasn't in this business now. Anyway, yeah, so that's what we're going to do. The mask crypt. You're hanging out here with DJ Styles at the mask crypt. Oh yeah, man. Let's go back. Yes, we at the mask crypt. Now I haven't figured out the names yet. I haven't thought about it. I got so busy today focusing on molding that. Off killer. Yeah, we got horror counselor in the house. He's actually doing all the card. We're doing the card. He's designing the card freehand. He's just freestyling right now. He's doing it as we speak, and every time I throw a little idea at him, he plugs it in here. So hats off to you, buddy. This guy is getting a free mask. Can anyone blame me for giving him a free mask? Do I hear one negative vote? Better not. No negativity here at this place. I love positivity. Negativity never gets you anywhere, man. It just makes you miserable. It really does. It really does. Whether I get upset or I don't get upset, I wear it on my, I brush things off very fast and very easily. I don't take anything personal unless it's really an attack. but I don't really, I, I just don't give a shit enough. When somebody really attacks you, like that the other night we had, oh my God, how many of those, what do they call them? What do you guys call them guys where they come on here and they just post a lot of bullshit? What the hell is it? Whatever you call them. But that stuff don't bother me, man. I got thick skin, man. Really thick skin. And you can't please everybody. As much as you think you cannot. It's impossible. Trolls, that's it. Trolls. Can't have trolls. I don't mind if they even come on. They can bust balls, but if they start pissing off my friends that are on here, I'll let you guys attack them. Go for it. And then I got my buddy in the back who puts you in fucking timeout if you're being an asshole. And if you're being a real D, he just cuts you off. You know, so it happens fast, man. That person got blip, they were gone. So anyway, yeah, everybody's friends here, and everybody can talk to each other. And I don't want to negative. I don't like negativity. It really doesn't get you. Mr. French, yeah, that's it. Yeah, he was a troll. But what was the point? I don't see. That's the thing I can't comprehend. And that's because of how I am and my personality. I'm a perfectionist. I've said that numerous times, yes. But I'm a guy that likes to do things. I don't like to sit around and just waste time. And to me, trolling is a waste of time. If you got nothing to do in your life, if there's absolutely nothing to do, then I might troll. But I've got so much that I want to do, even at 62 years old, that trolling would be the last thing on my agenda in this lifetime. Actually, it's never been on my agenda. It would never be on my agenda because I would never even, I can't even fathom that thought process. Yeah, that was really weird, man. Yeah, give me a shout out. Give me a shout out. Why? Why? I don't even understand that. What's the comprehension? What is? I don't even understand it. Maybe he's taking the vocal, me saying that, and using it for something. I don't know. Or texting it when I would text it, whatever. I don't know. No, he wanted a shout out. He wanted verbal. Okay, Josh messaged me. Hold on, let me go back. I gotta go out of that. I'm gonna reopen it again. Damn. Yeah, that's it right there, the mask crypt. There you go, guys. What do you think of that? The mask crypt. Take the underlying out, underline off of that though, will you? Because I don't like, because with the blood dripping, you want to be able to tell that that's blood dripping. The underline, take the underline off. I think that would look better without the underline. Just leave it. The mask crypt. Now, what I plan on doing with that is I got a friend that's in. Actually, I'm going to go to Vistaprint, and I'm going to have them make a vinyl backdrop on my wall back there, where I've got the crypt thing, and I think I can get a vinyl backdrop made. I can get it 9 feet by 3 feet. 9 feet by 4 feet. No, it's 9 by 6. 9 foot by 6 foot is the size of that wall back there. And I'm going to put it back there. And that'll be always visible. And I'm going to have a 2-sided vinyl piece We're going to put the Night Creeper on one side and the flashback on the other. But I'm also going to do, in the future, Horror Counselor, in the future when I retool those masks, I'm going to send this out to you, and I just want the new mask put on yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The new masks will be on there. Now the Night Creeper will be done, but there's several versions of this. I plan on turning this flashback once I have the flashback finished and I have it perfected. I'm going to turn that into the 2018 as well, because the flashback is very close to what the 2018 and the kills and the ends looks like. But I'm going to do all those versions on the sculpture as well as my Night Creeper. So there's probably like 6 to 8 masks that are still going to be made from these original sculptures. So I'm going to be doing Michael Myers for quite a while. And I don't mind it because I really love Michael Myers. Passionately. I just love it. So if you take the underline off the mask trick, we got ourselves a winner. $15 bags of candy, man. You get that many people coming to your door? Oh, wait a minute. You had 20 bags last time. You eat 5 bags? Ooh, gotta go back. Sweet. There you go, guys. Take a look at that. Taking that underline out. Now you can see that the mask trick really well. I'm going to have a vinyl. They have vinyl. What do they call them? Vinyl facade. I can make it as big as I can go as big as 12 foot by. But I only need 9 foot long by 6 foot wide. And that's what's going to be on the back wall there, where I have that other one. So that'll be perfect. That would be cool. And I'm also going to replace. Now you guys don't know who my. This is a little joke. Let me turn the camera around so you guys can see it. You guys are going to dig this. I think you guys are going to like this. I don't think I ever told anybody what my 2 characters are over here. Come on, get off of there. Let me zoom out. Back up a little bit. Now these are both animatronic things here. Let me just move this a little bit for now. This is Tiny, and this is Tattoo. I'll let you figure out who Tattoo is. You'll have to look it up, you young guys. But I'm gonna fix this guy up, and I want to replace Tiny with a Michael Myers mannequin here. That's where I'm going to put Michael Myers, right here. But we're going to keep Tattoo, but check out Tattoo.
Hey, who goes there? Do you think your Halloween costume is really scary? I bet mine is even scarier. Here, let me show you. Hey, what do you
That is perfect. Love it. And what's really cool about this, it's a white mask on this side. Michael Myers. I gotta make this up to look like Michael Myers. Somehow, some way. So I'm gonna gore this guy up so he looks more realistic. That's the plan anyway. What do you think? Tiny and Tattoo. That's who we got. You know what? Let's go back to the mask. Let's go back to the mask. Here at the mask pit. Now see, that's the wall. I've got this facade right here, right now. It goes all the way behind Tiny. And all the way to the left here, right to where my shelving is over here, where my printer is. So this is about 9 feet. That's 9 foot. And from the ceiling down to the tabletop is 6 foot. I'll read your comment in a minute because I'm on my phone. Here we go. But we are live at the Mask Crypt. That's where we're at. We're at the Mask Crypt. I love it. I gotta download that. I don't know how I did that, but I oh. Yeah, the eye cuts are going to be just a little smaller, but they're going to be the exact shape because all I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to put a little bit of clay all the way around the original eye cut shape, and just to shrink the eye cuts a little bit on the new. That's the plan, and I have to narrow the head a little bit. Yeah, that mask is nice, and the lips are going to get changed just a little bit. I just need to make the lips a little thicker, and if you're looking at it the right side, that peak has to come up a little higher than the other peak of that lip. And I'm going to round out, and I'm going to make the lip seam where the two lips come together a little deeper into the mask, so it'll look. You can see more depth in the lips itself. I need them to be deeper. Like the OG 78. Yeah, you know what? That's actually pretty cool. That's exactly what it does look like. It looks like the scene where he's surrounded by the cops on the front porch. I know what scene you're talking about. That's really cool. Yeah, I really like the way the face looks. I do. I love the way this face looks. It really does ring true to the character of Michael Myers. I don't want to change the sculpture in that sense. I definitely do need to make the eye cuts a little smaller though. It's just a touch. We're talking probably a 1/16 of an inch all the way around. That's all it is. That's all it would take to fix this. It wouldn't take much at all. It's not going to take long to fix this. It's really not. It's not going to take a long time to fix this night creeper. Pipe Master's got my back. I'm an old man, so he's got to defend me a little bit. I can't fight like I used to. Well, I've had karate, I've had boxing. My father was a boxer. I did a lot of fighting in my day, but I'm too old to do that shit anymore. I feel like if I got hit today, I feel like I'd break like glass. That's how bad I feel. It's horrible to get old. It really does. It really sucks. Problem is, our minds don't get old. Our minds still like, hey, I could do, yeah, I'll take you on, fuck that. And I'm like, wait, whoa, no. Hold your horses, man. You can barely walk, let alone fight. It's terrible, man. So I got guys defending me, man. You guys are great. I love yous all. I really do. Love yous all. Pipe Master, you the man. Yes, we are. We are all good people. Pipe Master, you got to go, bro. All right, man. Peace, and I'll see you on the next video. I'm probably going to go watch a little boob tube myself. Pipe Master's the man, trust me. I really enjoy his company, too. We really feed off of each other really well. So... Asylum, you had 20 bags of candy a couple days ago. What did you eat? 5 bags of candy? I'm busting your stones. I'm messing with you. You had less than 15 bags, I remember. I'm just messing with you. See, I was going to send candy with my my flashback mask, but it's not a good idea because what if the shit melts and it gets all over your mask? I know it's going to be wrapped in plastic. It's wrapped in bubble wrap, and it's stuffed with bubble wrap. So I really firm that mask up so it doesn't get messed up in shipping, just in case they squash the box or whatever. At least the bubble wrap will keep it from getting too crushed. But sending candy is not a good idea. So I came up with something a lot better, and you guys are going to love it a lot more. I just hope I can reproduce it cheaply. So I just have to see how much it costs to do. That's why I'm not telling anybody, because I'm not sure that I could pull this off as a giveaway. I want to do it as inexpensive as possible. But you know, it's just I have to figure it out. I have to figure it out first. Well, feasting on candy. I'm diabetic, so yeah, I don't do that shit. I can't do candy. Takeoff vision. I can paint the lips a little wider, but here's the problem when you paint the lips wider. You're going to get into lighting sometimes that will cast the shadow of the true shape of the lip. And then you're going to see the paint override that that natural shadowing, and it's going to look like shit. And trust me, you don't want that. It's got to be sculpted into that mask. It's got to be sculpted right. You cannot just paint over it I've seen people do that where they painted the lip line a little higher over the sculpture of what it naturally is, and it don't look good. I don't like it. You know, and also it just seems tacky to do that. If I did that to somebody's mask that's paying almost $500 for it, man, that would be like tacky of all tacky. And I'd just be I would not do that. Now, if somebody bought the mask and they got it the way I gave it to them, and then they did their own paint job to it, that's on them. I can't change that. That's totally, or you send it off to somebody else. I've also been getting hit with people asking if I sell blanks. Yes, I will sell you a blank. The blank, but the eye holes get cut out, the nose holes get cut out, the ear holes get cut out. No hair, no mask, no paint, no nothing. You just get a latex mask, and it's $300. All right, then you can take that mask and send it off to your favorite artist and have them paint it the way you want it painted. Because I'm no expert with like doing all these crazy different paint schemes. I think I'm better at airbrushing. The weird thing is, 2 weeks before I started dabbing into airbrush, I was terrified of it because I never really airbrushed in fine art like that. And within a couple hours, I had it down. I had it figured out. And I was like, damn, okay, I can paint this thing better with airbrush than I can with like, you know, doing dry brush with actually paint brushes. I don't, with this kind of mask, and this is the thing. Now, for the 2018 and the, you know, all those masks that have a lot of texture, that's when you would do dry brush. I would paint that mask completely black first, and then I would sneak in the white with a dry brush and just bring it in, and then add all those other colors with the dry brush. But when you have a mask that's this smooth, it has to have a smooth paint job. And the paint job definitely has to be just the way I painted it. I mean, I've seen other people do variations of the paint job, but I think the paint scheme on this is really, really good. And I wish that guy came on that bought the mask, because I sent him a message saying I was going to do a live tonight, and I was hoping that he would jump on and talk about the mask that he received today. Pipe Master, you know what, I'm going to save that picture. I have it on the phone. I have to save it on the computer, and then tomorrow I'm trying to figure out what do I have to do tomorrow. What's left to do. Maybe I'll start painting this other small flashback that's over here, but right to the left. If you're looking at the mask on screen right now, right to the left, I have a small FB78 ready to paint. I think I'll paint that up and get it ready for sale and try to sell that. I just want to try and get one sold. This way I can recoup some of the money before I start. I haven't had any offers yet. I've had a couple people, actually I'm wrong. I had several people, I've had like 3 or 4 people ask about blanks and how much would I charge for a blank. Would you sell a blank? Yes, I would, but they're expensive because I really want to discourage people from buying blanks. I want people to buy my mask the way it is. Wait a minute, what are you saying here? Horror counselor. Let me know what you think. I love what you're doing, horror counselor. Was there something? Hold on, let me read your message. Let me go to Facebook. You're not on camera now, so. Oh no, that's sick. All right, guys. Now I'm not a real big fan of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Although at some point I might make this mask. But a horror counselor just sent me a picture. I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys can see this. Let them know what you guys think. I like it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre mask. What do you guys think of this mask? Damn stand, it doesn't want to sit straight. Sorry, guys. There we go. What do you guys think? Let me try to get the whole mask in frame. Now stop moving around. I got a question. Is there some kind of metal contraption inside the mouth area? Does that move or something? Or is that supposedly in the theater, in the film itself? Now, did you sculpt this, horror counselor? Did you make this mask? I love it. I do love it. Did you make this mask? Oh man, that's really nice. You know what you just convinced me? You just convinced me not to even bother messing with it. That's how good it is. That's how good it is. It's called The Big Brother. Guys, look up Horror Counselor. Are you on YouTube, Horror Counselor? How do you sell your mask? Do you sell your masks? You collectors out there have to jump on board. That's really an amazing sculpture right there. That really is. That really is good. I think I'm going to have to get one. I might swap the mask. I'll have you send me one of your masks. You send me, and I'll send you my mask. What do you think? Will that work too? I'll do that. I'll tell you what I'll do, Horror Counselor. You send me this mask, and I'll send you a copy of my Night Creeper 78. You're already getting the flashback, so that's not part of the deal. You're getting the flashback for what you're doing. But you send me this mask, and I'll send you a copy of my flashback, or my Night Creeper 78. That is an amazing. I like that mask, and I'm never going to wear it. I don't really wear masks because I'm kind of an old guy, and I don't know. I just feel like, can I really, you guys got to look him up. You got to look up Horror Counselor. Put the name of your YouTube channel and everything on here, if you have one. Takeoff Vision. Let me check your. Did you send it through? Yeah, you send it through Messenger. Hold on. How the hell do I shrink this? Oh, all right. I don't. Yeah, okay. I got the. Yeah, no, that's all part of the plan, Felix. Asylum, I'm sorry. I'm putting those marks on those. I'm doing this exactly the way this mask looks. And this is one of the this is definitely the, yeah, that's, I'm replicating this to a T. I want it perfect. I want it so perfect, it's hard to explain. Frustrating because I'm so close, but yet so far. So yes, Asylum, I'm definitely going to add those lines. Every little detail is going to be on that mask. That is something I definitely want to do. And by shrinking the eye cuts just a touch, I'm not gonna have to adjust those eyebrows at all. They'll be able to leave them right where they're at. I just, bringing that eye cut down just a little bit is all it's gonna take. And I want to level off the eye cut a little bit at the top. The marks where the side that you just sent me, that eye cut has to be a little bit more level, not as rounded as the way I have mine. So there's these little things that are bothering me about my sculpture. It just has to be a little bit more level. Not quite. It's pretty good the way it looks right now. It just needs to be smaller. That's all. Just needs to be smaller. I'm not a fan of painting the lips wider. I mean, only because I feel like if I did, and it gets it, like I'm trying to explain to you now, the one thing about this mask is it's all about the lighting. And when you start putting it in different lighting and you want to do a down shadow on the mask, those lips are going to naturally show their natural shadow. Like down lighting on your mask, it's going to show natural shadowing. And if the shadow isn't matching the actual lip paint, that's going to be very obvious. Yeah, it works as long as you're not in weird, like, downlighting. As soon as you get into a downlight situation, it's gonna reveal those lips. It's gonna reveal the natural shape of those lips. I've seen Nick Molpagano do it to what's his name's mask. He made the lip line a lot higher than the actual lips on the mask, and I'm not a fan of it. I didn't like it. Not sure why he did it, but maybe that's what they discussed and they wanted to do to the mask. I don't know. I didn't like it. That's just me. I think if it's not in the sculpture, you want to stick to whatever's in the sculpture. So, horror counselor, do you have a website? Do you have a way to sell your masks? Post it up here. Put it up here so these guys can take, because a lot of these guys are collectors and stuff. And people are, jumping on. Okay, you got a link to Etsy. Is that where you're selling your mask? I'll do it. I'll paint them wider, but I don't want to. I'll do it. I'll do it for you. If you insist on it, I'll do it. If you guys if you both feel the same way, I'll do it. But I don't want to hear any complaints later. I'll paint them exactly the way they're done on that other mask. Well, guess what, horror counselor? You are part of the family here now, man. You are in. You're in for good. You're here forever. Until I'm dead. Which ain't too many more years away, but hopefully I live to see 80. I'll be lucky if I reach that. And that's 19 years from now, so 18 years. What am I thinking? I'm 62. We got 18 years to make it happen. Good, Takeoff Vision. Help horror counselor out. He's also a mask maker. Really love that mask, man. I do. I can't wait to get that. Paint it the way you had it. Stick to what you do. I'm not gonna nitpick because I'm not really an expert on that mask. So just paint it the way you normally paint it. I love it. And I'll put that on display here in the mask pit. And here's what I also want you to do. I want you to make a little tag right around the neck. Like a 3x6 or a 4x8, something that shows the name, your mask company. You know, this way people, if they see the mask, they can, oh, what's that mask? Who's that? Who makes that? If they see it on film, there it is, right there. And then, you know, put your website on there, or your Etsy comp, you know, and whatever, however they get a hold of you, put it on there. That's what you need there, because that's, you know, it's free advertisement, man. I'm all about that. Yes, I need your help. I need all you guys' help to advertise the FB78. Don't talk about the retooling. That's just between us. And I'm not going to get into, I'm not going to say, oh, he's going to do a retool later. You know, no, let's just leave it alone. Try to sell what I have for a while. And when that slows down, you know, I'm going to put that retool. I got to wait for that. I'm going to do it faster than I originally said. I was thinking like a year. I was going to release it next October, but I'm just, no. I would release it as soon as I could. My banker's going to be like, what the hell's going on? Hey, Goldfish, you sent the money back? I'll have to go in there and I'll have to put it back into the account. That's funny. Oh, man. Yeah, so I should be able to get you guys a mask out to you in the next couple of weeks. You'll have it in time for Halloween for sure. Let's just say that. I'm going to get everybody's mask done. That's getting a free mask. You know, Asylum, I saw a guy sculpt, and it was amazing looking. He sculpted the whole thing. It was, I think it was a, which version of this mask was it? Hold on, let me think. Jason Goes to Hell. He sculpted the head and the mask all as one. Oh man, who was that? But man, the mask looked amazing. And what he did was he actually used a real hockey mask and put it right over the clay, and then sculpted the mask right into the clay, and then molded. And I think he's going to mold it in silicone, the whole thing. And then he'll be able to make one solid latex mask with the actual hockey mask and everything, all as just one mask. The problem is with Jason masks, you know, his actual head size is so deformed and so big that, do you foam fill it? Do you add foam padding in it so it really fits you like a glove? I don't know. That's a tough thing. But the mask looked sick. I was like, damn man, that's really good. And now he doesn't have to worry about doing a hockey mask over top of, because it's all part of the latex mask. So my guess is what he's going to do is just what I do. He may not do the same thing. I don't know. I've never seen anybody do what I do. My method, where I pour up a clay head of whatever I sculpted in silicone. In the silicone, I pour clay into it, melted clay, slosh it around in there, and then pull that clay out of that silicone mold from the master. Then I can retool it, do whatever I want to it, do nothing to it, then stone coat it, then pull that clay completely out of it. As long as I don't make the clay too thick, because it's really a pain in the ass if it gets too thick. So, you pull that clay out of there, and then you're left with a one-piece mold, and you never have to worry about the mold breaking or anything, or leaking or any of that stuff. Horror Counselor, let me check out your pics. You're really not good. What do you mean you're not good? Your nose is terrible, and the eyes. Let me check you out. Well, all right, you have to understand, all right, I think with this kind of mask, the more imperfect the paint job is, the creepier it looks. And think about this mask that you just sent me a picture of. Think about this mask in low lighting. How scary would this mask look in low lighting? This would freak people the hell out. Yeah, I think it's creepy. I think you're okay. I think you're good. Airbrushing something like this would definitely, if you tried to really make it too detailed, it would take away from the character itself. And always think about your mask in low lighting. Lighting is everything. It really is. Lighting and shadowing. A mask like this, man, that would freak you out in a dark alley somewhere and you came up on something like that, or if it was just a little bit of light hitting it. That is freaky. I keep making the mistake of closing out my YouTube. I have to go back to the channel. Go back to the live. There we go. Well, all you can do, horror counselor, is keep going at it. Keep trying. Are you talking about the sculpture itself as not being good? I don't believe that, and I'll tell you why. Now, see, I don't even know that character too well to really criticize that work that you did on that. So my thought is, the more imperfections that are on a mask, the better a mask is, especially when it's a character like that. Michael Myers is a little tougher because that's supposed to be William Shatner. It's really tough to just leave out little details. You can't even leave the bubble out of the corner of the mouth without people going nuts. So Takeoff Vision just sent me a picture with the little scratch lines on the left. Let me see. No, it'd be the right eyelid, up the upper eyelid. He wants me to put them in there, so they're like these little tiny details that have to be there with these Michael Myers collectors, and it's a tough sell. It really is. So, yeah, I totally get it. All right, Takeoff Vision. Have a good night, buddy. Good night. It's the Pretty Woman mask from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, is that the old version, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or the remake? Because I think I only seen the remake once. I didn't like it. It was just, I don't know, it's just me. I haven't seen anything more than that. That's it. The original. See, I didn't study that mask well enough to really criticize it. I can't criticize it because I don't know. See the old woman mask. Hold on. Oh man. Damn, that's freaky, man. That is twisted. I'm going to save these pictures to the computer and then I'll show them to everybody on the next stream because I'm getting ready to jump off of here tonight. I'm really getting tired, guys. I've had a long day. That's cool. I like that old lady one, man. That's really freaky. So you're really into Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think, you know, I saw that movie back in the late 70s. Actually, no, I saw that before I saw Michael Myers. Before Michael Myers came out. So I'm going to say I saw that in around 1976, 1977. And how we saw it was all back in the old days when HBO used to come, when it first came out, they never called it HBO. It was called, and what HBO stands for is Home Box Office. That's what it stands for. Home Box Office. That's what the HBO stands for. Now, HBO came out, I'm going to say, in 1974, 1975. And we got it at home. And every time my parents would go out, we figured out a way to be able to take, well, they put this blocker on there. You used to put, you just screwed it on. And it kept people from being able to see rated R movies. Well, when my parents went out, man, we undid that thing, but I saw that movie in the, I want to say 76. It had to have been 1975 or 76. That was 75 because it was the year Jaws came out. And that was 75, the summer of 75. And we heard all the hype about, because Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out in 74. And you know, we heard all the hype on it, and it was one of those movies that extremely disturbing. And as a young kid, let me see, 75, I was 13 years old. And back in those days, you didn't see a lot of these kind of movies that are out today, not even close. The only thing that was freaky, that was that scary back to that date, you had the original Psycho. You had The Exorcist, which was gory and scary, and you had the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They were the only three movies that were really graphic in 75. And then, I'll give you guys a movie to look up. You might like this. You guys like William Shatner? Yeah, I can tell you stories. I've been around the block for a long time. I saw Jaws in the theaters 13 times that summer. We used to hang out at a theater called the Blaker Theater. And we used to go to the matinee and it played and played. And it just played over and over and over again all summer long in that theater. And we would go into that theater and just stay in there for the day. And they never bothered us. They didn't kick us out or anything. We just sat in there the whole day and watched the movie over and over again. We goofed off at the same time, but we didn't get out of hand. There was nobody in the theater, and by then the movie was kind of like everybody sees it, wanted to watch it at nighttime. They never watched it during the day, so the theater was always empty. So we'd go in there and watch the movie over and over again, hang out. So now, getting back to the movie I was talking about with William Shatner. Look up, write this down, get a pen real quick, guys. I'll give you 2 movies to watch that were really cool. It came out a year apart, but I remember the summer of 75 or 76, it was 76, that we were watching these movies all summer long every time my parents went out of the house. They went out for dinner or whatever, man, Bullet. It was called The Bullet. We took the bullet off the back of the HBO box and watched all the horror movies. And we watched, you ready? William Shatner's in this, called The Devil's Reign, 1975. And then there was another movie we used to love watching, was Race with the Devil. And that came out in 76, I believe. It might have been 75 too. So it might have been the year 75 as well. But you're asking me to, I'm looking back, what, 50 some years ago, 50 years ago? That's a long time ago, man. But Race with the Devil, and that was Peter Fonda, Twit, what's her name? Twit. Can't remember her, but she used to play in the TV show MASH. She was the nurse, the blonde-haired nurse, the older woman. She's in this too. She was really good, and that was a really cool movie. If you like cars chasing all over the place and smash them up, but yet a little bit of creepiness to it, this is a movie for you. The Devil's Reign is William Shatner, and Race with the Devil is Peter Fonda. And they were really cool movies, especially as kids. We used to watch them all the time, and scared the shit out of us. So, and when you see The Devil's Reign, you'll understand, as a kid, what scared us. You'll see it. And you'll also get a comprehension. This is why it's important to see The Devil's Reign. You'll have a real good understanding of how I think John Carpenter, not John Carpenter, because John Carpenter was presented with the Captain Kirk mask, all right? But I think Tommy Lee Wallace, when he went to that store and picked out the William Shatner mask, he was thinking about The Devil's Reign. And he thought, wow, we can cut the eye holes on that. Remember how creepy he looked with no eyes in The Devil's Reign? And it was William Shatner. And you'll see where I think the original concept of the boogeyman, Michael Myers, the shape, came from. So watch The Devil's Reign. When you get off of here tonight, put The Devil's Reign on. Look it up. Find it any way you can, even if you have to buy the damn movie. I know it's cheap. You can get it cheap. You can get it on Amazon or Amazon Prime, and watch that movie, man, because it's gonna like, oh my God! Now you're gonna realize where I think he came up with the idea when he went into that store. Tommy Lee Wallace, when he went into that store and bought that mask, he was thinking about The Devil's Reign and how William Shatner's face looked in that movie, and then said, yes, I'll get that mask and we'll cut the eye holes out, paint it white. I don't know about the painted white stuff, but I think the painted white came from another movie that John Carpenter liked, the mask that was white. The girl wore a mask that was like featureless, and it was, he says it in I can't remember the name of the movie, but he says it in that interview, and he liked that. So I think Tommy Lee Wallace was thinking, okay, we'll paint the mask white, but he was thinking about that Devil's Reign scene when you see William Shatner, and I'll tell you, with no eyes. And it's going to blow your mind. You're going to be like, no way. And you're going to understand where this really came from. I really believe that. And I want to actually ask Tommy Lee Wallace one of these days if I could ever catch him. Sometimes he's on with, actually, you know what? I'm going to reach out to Sean Clark, Thing with Two Heads, and ask him to ask Tommy Lee Wallace if that's where he got his idea for using the William Shatner Captain Kirk mask. Thinking about that Devil's Reign scene. It'd be a great idea to find out. I'd like to know if that's actually true. If that's what he did. But I'm betting. I'd bet the house on it. I really would. Because why would you pick up that mask, a Captain Kirk mask, knowing that it was a William Shatner mask, and just randomly think that, okay, this is creepy. It's not creepy unless you've seen that movie. Yes, Eyes Without a Face. That's the one. That's the one where he said, you know, he liked the white paint. He liked the white mask. And it just was featureless. And I think when he sent Tommy Lee Wallace out to go get this mask, Tommy Lee Wallace saw Captain Kirk there and then started thinking about the scene. Because you got to remember, The Devil's Reign, and I know these guys have seen all these movies. There's no doubt about it. These guys are movie buffs when it comes to the horror movies, especially when you're doing horror stuff. So he had to have seen that movie, The Devil's Reign, and that movie came out in 1975 with William Shatner. Yeah, and when you get the concept of what these entities are, it's creepy as shit. It is really creepy. And at the very end, you'll realize what the Devil's Reign means. But you got to watch that movie. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to stream tomorrow night. And I want every one of you guys that are on here right now to watch The Devil's Reign tonight. And I encourage you to find it and watch it, and then tell me what you think tomorrow night in the stream. And tell me if you think that that's where they came up with the concept of Michael Myers using William Shatner's Captain Kirk mask. I'll bet that's where the idea came from. But I'm going to end this stream, guys. I hope you enjoyed the night. I hope I was entertaining to you as best I could be. And you guys helped entertain everybody with the things that you've posted. And Horror Counselor, I appreciate everything you're doing, and you are getting a mask, my friend. And we're going to do that deal where I'm going to send you the Night Creeper, a painted-haired Night Creeper, and you send me one of your I like the one with the wire inside the jaw. That is so cool looking. I like the old lady mask too, man. That's really... The other one, yeah, I don't know. Maybe all three. I'd advertise it in here for you. That's what I could do. I can advertise them for you on the channel all the time because they're going to hang on the wall. I got heads hanging up now, all over the place. Here, I'll show you before I end the stream. Yeah, I do want to get the figure. I definitely want to get... I don't like the Nika, though. I don't like Nika. I actually like the Trick or Treat Studios sculpture on the mask better. I think it's better, Asylum. I do think it's better. I don't like the Nika, unless they updated it. Their original sculpture, I didn't like. Maybe the Halloween... Oh, Halloween 2. I don't know about that one. I have to look at it. I didn't like their Halloween 1 version. I didn't like the Halloween 2 coveralls on Trick or Treat Studios. I didn't like. I liked the Nika coveralls, but I didn't like the sculpt. I'd have to look at the sculpture a little better. Yeah, I want to get those figures because I want to decorate this inside of the studio, so it's cool looking in here. Not only is it a workplace, but it's also cool. Yeah, well, I agree with it. That does look the best. That is the best looking mask. That is really good. Creepy, man. That'll give you nightmares. You come up on that in the nighttime. I know my nieces, my niece doesn't like coming in here. Freaks her out. She sees that mask on the wall. She gets like, woo, I don't like this. Asylum Custom Corpses, they do update the skull. Oh, I'll have to look it out. You know what, Asylum? Do me a favor before we jump off of here. Send me a link. If you can send me a link to it, and all these guys can see it too. If you can send a link to this, where I can purchase this thing, I'll copy and paste it. The Devil's Reign. You guys have to watch that tonight. You guys gotta watch it. Insist it. And then tomorrow night I'm gonna be on. And I'm gonna ask questions about it to see if you actually watched it. There's also an actor in there that nobody knew was in this movie. John Travolta is in this movie, and it was his very first movie role. But it's such a small glimpse of John Travolta. You have to find him. You're going to have to find out which guy it was, who it was, but John Travolta is in that movie as well. There's a lot of big stars in this movie. The creepiest devil too, man. Oh my God, now I can't think of his name. Ernest Borgnine is the devil in this movie. Ernest Borgnine, if you don't know who he is, man, you'll know when you see him. You'll know it when you see him. Oh, I'll get the Bo Norton, definitely. 8-inch Myers from Trick or Treat Studios. My only $35. Yes, I'm definitely going to do that. Now, directly from Trick or Treat Studios, it's $35. Bo? Yeah, I don't need anything. I don't want anything too big. I don't want the 12-inch. I don't want the real big one because they're too big. I'll order that. I'll order that next week. I got to recoup some money first. I got to spend a lot of money just in the last 2 days. I bought more latex, so everybody's getting their mask before Halloween. I'm going to have to get you guys to private message me on Facebook with your address so I can send these masks off, but I'm going to paint them all up. I think I got to paint up 5 masks in total. And I think I'm going to send them all out to you guys. Now, I think you guys all need small masks, right? Because the large is really big. Your head's got to be at least 25 inches big in diameter for that mask to fit you. I think the small is going to fit everybody pretty good. It's a 24 and a half inch mask. Might be 24 and 3/4. It's hard to really tell with the hair on it to measure it out. Asylum. I think I seen you do that. Didn't you do that on your channel? Asylum, didn't you do that on your channel? I'm not sure. I know somebody did that I watched it. Modified the actual. Yeah, I would have get that Halloween too, man. I'm really into that. I love the Halloween too. That's another thing. I love the movie so much, but yet I'm steering. I kind of not sure whether I want to make a Halloween 2 version of the mask. I'm gonna use my Night Creeper basic sculpture to retool it into the Halloween 2. Because I think it's the closest thing to the original Halloween 2. But the features have to come way down. They have to be a lot more subtle to do the Halloween 2, because you have to remember when Dick Warlock wore that mask, he really blew out the features. He made that mask look very rounded and very like the features were blown out quite a bit. They were still there, but they were blown out a little bit. So you have the Halloween Ends figure from Nika. Asylum, are you going to send us a link to Nika, to this website? Nika? I'll have to look it up. All right, well, I'm going to get off of here because I'm really tired, guys. I've got to jump off of here. I got to go get some sleep. I started my day at dawn again, and as soon as the sun came up, I started stoning that mold. I started stoning my Night Creeper. I got that done fast. So I want to wish everybody, happiness, and thank everybody for joining me here tonight. I hope I entertained you. I hope you enjoyed the night. There you go, Bo Norton. Thank you. Tubi. You got to get Tubi. The Devil's Reign. You guys got to watch it. Bo Norton, did you ever see that movie? Don't give it away. Don't tell them anything, because I'm going to pop questions at everybody tomorrow night when I go live. I'll have to check it out. Asylum. Oh, I'm telling you, man. You guys, when you see this movie, you're gonna be like, I don't know though, because I'm an old guy, so I still love those movies out of nostalgia. When you're younger, you're gonna go, okay, this is a little slow. It takes a while, and movies back in the old days were made way different than the way they are now. So just keep that in mind. Please watch it. Everybody, watch that movie tonight. That is important. You got to watch this movie. You're gonna. John Travolta's in it, and he's got a little tiny part, and he doesn't talk. I think he doesn't. I'm not sure, but he's got a little tiny part, and it's hard to really recognize him. William Shatner, and I already just told you what I think Tommy Lee Wallace was thinking when he went in to buy the mask. He was thinking about The Devil's Reign and the scene with William Shatner with no eyes. I'm just going to say that. And it's a creepy movie. It is really a creepy movie. Ernest Borgnine is the devil in this movie. If you don't know who that is, you can research him before you jump off. You'll recognize him right away. Very creepy. It's a very good movie. As a matter of fact, I'm going to watch it tonight just to refresh my memory. When I get done here, I'm going to go and I'm also going to do Race with the Devil. Back to back. If you guys are up late enough, late enough. Boy, I can't even. Late a knife. Ready? That's what I said. Late a knife. Late a knife. If you're up late a knife, watch both movies back to back. The Devil's Reign and Race with the Devil. Two great movies from back in my day when I was a young kid. Scared the shit out of us. And my brother was 2 years younger than me. He's passed on since, but I lost my brother back in 2013. I've got my youngest brother is still alive, and he's 7 years younger than me. My younger brother was only 2 years younger than me. I'm the oldest out of the family. I have a sister that is the youngest, and she was born in '76. Yeah, so she's in her 40s now, almost 50. Man, a lot of time going. No, she's in her 50s. What am I thinking? Hold on. Man, I can't even count. No, it's about 48 years. Yeah, 48, 49 years, something like that. 48 years. She's 48. Take off vision. All right, I don't know if you were in the discussion here, Take Off Vision, but there's two movies you have to watch tonight when you get off of here. I don't know if you can get them in Germany. Hopefully you can. Can you get Tubi? Tubi. It's on there. The one movie's on there, and it's called Race with the Devil. And the other one you definitely have to watch is The Devil's Reign. Two reasons. William Shatner's in that, and I think that in this movie is where Tommy Lee Wallace got the idea when he went into the mask shop and picked up the William Shatner mask, the Captain Kirk mask. He was thinking about this movie, and I'm not going to say what, but you go ahead and watch that movie, and you will see, I think, where the original idea of Michael Myers really came from. So, just a theory. I don't know that for sure. Someday I'm going to ask that question to Tommy Lee Wallace. Hopefully soon. But I would love to know if that's what was in his head when he went into that store. All right. Jumping off of here, guys. The Devil's Reign. The Devil's Reign and Race with the Devil. Two great movies from right around the same time. They came out, I think, either a year apart or the same year. All right, Take Off Vision. I'm going to look at your message and then I'm going to jump off of here. You guys have a wonderful night, and please go watch those movies, because tomorrow night it's all going to be about talking about those movies. And because I don't think there's anything I can do. I have to let that mold dry before I can cast it in latex. So, Felix, I'm checking you out right now. Okay. All right, Felix. That's the way I'm going to paint it. That is the way I'm going to paint it for you. Matter of fact, I'm going to save it. I just saved it to the desktop. They're definitely the hero lips, by the way. They're the hero lips that I want to go with anyway. That's going to be in the new sculpture. I got news for you. Wow, that's pretty cool. I like the way you did that. That's pretty neat. saving all these pictures. Bear with me, guys. A few more. Bear with me. Give me a minute, guys. I'm saving all the pictures that were sent. Almost. I got two more. Oops, went wrong. Okay, I already got that one. Okay. I saved that picture there, Felix. Yeah, I think so too, Takeoff Vision. I do think that that's the magic right there is the lips. The lips have to be right. Kept making these lips, and these lips were just a little too thin. So you painted you painted it and it doesn't look bad. Well, I'll mimic what you put on those on that mask. That's exactly what I'll do. You know what, Felix? Let me send you a dead-on picture, so you're looking at it straight on, and then do it again to the lips. This way you can see. Hold on, let me see what I got here. Do I have it on the Facebook already? Let me see. Oh, I know what I'll do. Hold on. I can't because I'm live. All right, I'm jumping off of here, guys. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you. Remember to hit the like, the subscribe, all those things that need to be done. And join me on the next stream tomorrow night, and we'll talk about The Devil's Reign and Race with the Devil. All right? There's the flashback. Original sculpture right there on the armature still. Got a dent in his forehead from when I was taking the hard shell off of that thing right there. You see that? That's what was on that sculpture right there. You see that hard shell? But when I separated that, I had to pull it to the front, and it hit the mold. Anyway, so I'm going to say goodnight, everybody. Thank you for watching. Hit the like, please. Share the content if you know some friends that would really get into this kind of stuff. So, Pipe Master, I know I'm getting off now. I am getting off right now, though, as we speak. And I'm encouraging everybody to watch the movie The Devil's Reign. And I think you will have a better understanding of where Tommy Lee Wallace got the idea to use the Captain Kirk William Shatner mask. I actually think when he went into that store and looked on the shelf and saw the Captain Kirk mask, and he knew that John Carpenter wanted the mask to be featureless and wanted the mask white, he thought about The Devil's Reign. That's all I'm going to say. The Devil's Reign, starring William Shatner back in 1975. You've got to watch it. Watch it tonight. Tomorrow night I'm going to come on and we're going to talk about the movie, because it's going to blow your mind. It was one of the coolest movies and scariest movies. And I got to tell you this, the special effects in this movie were so good and amazing for the time that this movie was made. Stunning. That's how cool this movie is. Stunning. So when you see it, you're going to go, holy shit, that's so cool. How did they do that? I know the secret to it because I found out about it through the years. We'll talk about that tomorrow night. But that'll be something to talk about since I'm in wait mode with the mold to dry. There's not much I can do. So tomorrow night, it's just a sit and chat night. Tonight we did pull the clay out of the head, so this video isn't a total waste. But tomorrow night, we're just going to talk about The Devil's Reign. And if you have time, if you're up still and you're up a little late, watch Race with the Devil. That's another great movie, but that doesn't have anything to do with Halloween or Michael Myers or anything. But Race with the Devil was another cool movie that I watched when I was a kid in the 70s. Bo Norton, no, I'm not going to do any more free masks because I'll never be able to get them out to everybody. That's the thing. And I just got more latex, and I don't want to use up every drop of my new latex getting these masks to everybody's getting a free one. No free ones. I'll figure out something though. Maybe we'll do something. We'll figure something out. Maybe you'll get an invite to the mask pit or the mask crypt. We'll have to get you to come out. I don't know if I have to figure that out. I have to figure that out. Anyway, guys, I'm going to say goodnight. Please, like I said, hit the like and the subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and share the content to people that might be interested in this sort of thing that you guys are in touch with. But that'll be fun tomorrow night. If everybody watches the most important movie to watch is The Devil's Reign. The second movie, if you have the time tonight and you feel like watching, you're up real late, watch Race with the Devil. And I'll ask questions on that movie as well. But if nobody watched it, then I understand. But Devil's Reign tonight for sure. and we'll do questions and answers. And I got to tell you, there's a little clip of John Travolta in there. See if you can find it and where, because I'm going to watch Race with the Devil, or Devil's Reign, right now as well, so I can refresh my memory. It's been a while since I've seen it, a long while. Anyway, peace, guys. See you on the next video. I'll see you tomorrow night.